Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Toby, and
Is Hugo.
and we are here to talk about Solana. And, if you're our Patreon members, you've known that we are heavily invested in Solana. We have a lot of faith in it, and Hugo is here to talk about it. Talk about it.
Before we start, a huge thank you to the very kind words on the comments since from the last video. Like I said before, this is a very new experience to me. If it wasn't for such a positive feedback and Toby and Heidi pushing me to do it, I wouldn't be doing it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the nice words in the comments. Okay, so Solana in the past couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, the ecosystem grow by a nice margin. I think about 4 to 5 times. We got Link on board, for example. Audio is also on board, and it just keeps growing. Solana is in really early stages, even though I don't know. I first heard about it back in summer during the DeFi craze. I actually learned about it because I was researching DEX tokens, and I heard about Serum. Serum is their decentralized exchange. It's built on Solana, has a really nice interface.
So, Hugo, tell us, how big can Solana be compared to DOT?
Well, DOT is a very particular case because we saw DOT just climb to the top 10 market caps like this. Uh, that was
great.
awesome,
Yeah.
actually. Serum just climbed onto the top 20. And a very interesting fact about, sorry, not Serum, Solana. A very interesting fact about Solana recently, just like Polkadot, it currently released the IDO platform. It's called Solstarter.
Yeah.
So you can basically fund projects built on Solana through there. Uh, Back in the Polkadot days, which wasn't that long ago, of course, but when Polkastarter released, it was when we saw humongous growth on the Polkadot ecosystem. So with this new IDO on Solana, I think we can see a similar growth and maybe a climb to the top 10 market caps.
What type of accessibility is it for? Is there for new developers in Solana?
Well, I know Solana has a support for lots of different coding languages. So this is one of the potentials of scalability on Solana because it's easy and accessible to build on. Um, Beyond that, and further on the decentralization side, you can stake it, for example, to be a validator, or you can run a node. As of now, it's much easier to stake. It's really accessible to stake. Uh, Heidi is going to make a video on how to stake through the ledger using the Solana third party app. On the running a node side of things, right now it's a bit hardware intensive, so obviously not as accessible as running a node, for example, for Cardano. Solana's biggest selling point right now is their consensus mechanism. You've heard of proof of work, proof of stake. However, Solana uses a very innovative approach on proof of stake, which is called proof of history. Unlike proof of stake, where the validators are selected at random for block production, proof of history basically syncs all the validators with a small interval, which is I think 400 milliseconds. So Solana has the ability to produce a block each 400 milliseconds. Unlike Bitcoin, that takes about 10 to 20 minutes to produce a block, and Ethereum takes about, I think right now it was at 13 seconds. Sorry. So it makes Solana one of the fastest smart contract platforms. This is a very short explanation of the proof of history consensus protocol because it's much more complex than that. And we're actually having a friend of ours being interviewed to explain this in a much more in-depth way and better than would ever be able to explain it. You want to talk about it?
All right, so his name is Kent Halliburton, and he will be on our show, which is great. He's been an OG for a really long time. He's been through, I think this is his third bull run or something like that, and yeah, he's been huge on Solana since the very beginning.
Super,
Everywhere else,
super knowledgeable and thoughtful person.
yeah,
I've had a chance to talk to him a lot lately, and he's one of those persons that there's not a single time we talk to each other that I don't learn something new. And I have a lot of respect for him, and I'm really hyped that he's able to give us an interview and actually give a worthy explanation of the whole Solana ecosystem.
yeah. So that when we do like say, hey, we're purchasing more when we're purchasing more Solana, you'll know why we are purchasing more Solana, and like more than just, oh yeah, it's going to go up or whatever. It's just more of a long term, you know, could be more of a long term holding, just because I think that has a lot of future potential. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, just their innovative approach on this new consensus mechanism is something really big. And all it needs now is partnerships for the ecosystem to keep on growing. And it's already full of partnerships and a lot of projects starting to build with Solana because the tools are there. People can build upon it easily.
Yep.
So we see a potential margin of growth.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I hope I don't bite my tongue later, but I think Solana top 10 market cap soon enough.
Cool. Well, thanks, Hugo.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Nice to be here, man.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it for us here on Crypto Tips. Please like and share and subscribe if you haven't already, and sign up for our Patreon as well. And lastly, please be disobedient. Right?
Eh. Just kidding.
Always, man. Be
Super disobedient.
All right, buddy. See you guys.
Bye.